Hello friends, Sherry here, and if you remember, this was my last layout that I made last week using those gorgeous Prima watercolor pencils. And I knew I was going to make a complimentary page with this because it's from my daughter's birthday and I had a few more photos. I wanted to add some family photos. So I knew I'd be making a complimentary page. And this gorgeous paper from Webster's is, I am drooling over this. Love, love, love it. So I knew this was going to be my starting point. So this video, I'm basically starting midstream in a layout. I wasn't going to do a process video, and then as I got into the layout, I thought, no, I'm feeling inspired. I think I want to share my process here. So basically what I did, I took this sheet, cut it at about 5 inches or so, and then used the reverse side, which is this gorgeous green wood grain, which I also love. And these were the photos that I wanted to add. So this gorgeous pack of Amy Tangerine little chipboard frames, I cut those photos down, and I'm also obsessed with these adorable epoxy stickers. So I placed those there, and this was the point when all of a sudden the wheel started turning, and I love all these gorgeous colors, and I kind of just wanted to pull some of that over. And so this adorable little stamp came in the stamp set from Ellie Studio, Sienna line, I believe. Yes, Ellie Studio. I decided I would use this cute little diamond shaped stamp, and what I'm going to do is I pulled out a bunch of colors of Zing that match all these, and I want to do some shading with those, a little ombre effect with the Zings. So what I'm going to be doing is randomly doing stamping and heat embossing this on here. So that's what I'm going to attempt to do, and you're going to watch along. Okay, so I'm taking the Versamark ink and stamping down, and what I'm going to do, I'm going to take the 2 shades of Zing, starting off with the blue. I noticed here during my test run I had accidentally dumped the darker Zing in with my lighter Zing, so for a moment I was freaked out going, oh my gosh, but I was able to go get a spoon and salvage, just scoop out the light so it didn't ruin my whole pot. Not that I would still use it, but anyway, since this was kind of time consuming, I'll just show you the first couple, but that's the most important thing, is to make sure you actually put the proper Zing in with the right pot. I just love embossing powder, and I always, no matter how many times I do it, I just get so excited when you apply the heat gun and it's just, the magic happens. It's just so fun. I love the subtle dimension, and I really love the way these colors pop off of this green paper. It adds such a fun element to the page. So sometimes I love this when during the creative process things just work out the way you envision, or even better. And anyway, that's why when I got the idea, all of a sudden I was like, hey, I think I'm going to film this because I love it so much. I knew I was going to love it. But anyway, I'm not going to bore you with all that, so I randomly placed all those stamps. Those are all the Zings that I used, and I'm just getting those out of the way. Now, of course, this part of the layout is going to go really quickly because I already had the embellishments applied, and had marked on my paper where the placement, so when I was stamping that I wouldn't waste embossing powder. you'll notice in the final layout that I do add one more strip, one more stamp down on the bottom, because I just kind of had a blank space there and I really didn't want to fill the page with something else. I felt like I really wanted the photos and just the beautiful colors to stand out, and I didn't want to make it very busy. So here I'm just placing one more little thing. I do stamp the date down at the bottom in white, and I was struggling a little bit. I thought I was going to be able to use those chipboard words, but I decided once I pulled out my layout from last week, which will be beside it in the album, I decided to go ahead and use the crepe paper thickers because they're multicolored and they look really pretty. As I was placing those there, I initially was going to do all caps and realized I didn't want two of the same pattern side by side, so I kind of had to switch it up there. But and also the Y is kind of overlapping, so I decided to go ahead and pop up the F. And here I just decided to go ahead and use those foam thickers, and that's basically it. My layout is complete. I have to futz around with those for a little bit, but other than that, that's it. And thanks so much for stopping by. I hope you enjoyed this, and drag out those embossing powders. Thanks.